All right, the finals. We have the choice again. Yes, this is a keep. His hand is fine. Removal, shade, Gravedigger in case he's got the answer for the shade. Who knows? Maybe we'll rip a 1 or a 2 drop that we want. I guess we don't have that many 1 drops, do we? No. In fact, we don't have any. Aha, Llanowar. That's a good one. Curving out. Let's see if he's splashing for something. I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to assassinate the Llanowar. I think we're better off assassinating a fatty. Once again, double zombie Goliath, awkward. They'd be infinitely better, I think, as 3/4s too, which is funny. All the Borderland Rangers, got it. Alright, let's sign and blood ourselves here. I'm not going to attack because I can block one of these. Alright, there you go. Tendrils seems good. Aha, okay. So I think we want to hold off on tendrils still. Let's just assassinate. We do want to protect damage, otherwise I'd assassinate the elves. But we want to save the tendrils for just maximum mana output. Like, maybe he just plays a Crawworm here, tendrils that, gain 5. Jeez, that seems really good. Can't tendrils that anymore. Well, that's all right. I think we have to use the tendrils now because we died a giant growth. So I guess that means we kill the elf, which, like I said, I really did not want to do, but here goes. That sucks. It's just giant growth is a common. Our opponent's got 4 cards in hand. Seems like a logical step there. I need to stop opening hands with 2 zombie Goliaths, basically. They're not even good when you draw them on turn 5 with your 5th land. I don't think. All right, all right. Jeez, I get it. Got a lot of really powerful spells. Guess it doesn't matter. I don't think there's any way to beat Borderland Ranger. Well, I could draw a Doomblade. That doesn't deal damage. But unfortunately, Magebane armor pretty insane against our Tendrils plan. This hand just got infinitely awkward. The fact that we have 5 cards in our hand, none of which do anything we want them to do right now, is super awkward. All right, let's go to game 2. So we can bring in the Death Mark again. We don't have any duresses or anything. Once again, Bog Wraith, 0 usefulness so far this draft. Weakness kills his Lano or Elf. I kind of like that. I guess Assassinate deals with an equipped Magebane armor creature too, doesn't it? That's not bad. So I can weakness his elves. Is that worth it? Probably not. I've got enough removal. All right. Let's do this again. All right, we'll play first. Yeah, we'll keep it. I mean, this hand's pretty good. Black Knight's awesome. Still don't think I want to Death Mark a Lano or Elf. I don't love that. I mean, it sucks he's had Lano or Elf both games, but I'd rather kill whatever he's ramping into. Like, I'd rather kill a Crawworm or a Stampeding Rhino than a Lano or Elf. So, I think we actually do play the Shade here. Could play an Awkward Aristocrat, but I don't know. So he's got Unsummon mana up, which makes me not want to attack with the Shade. I'd rather just make sure we resolve something here. Well, I can Assassinate now too. Let's just attack with Black Knight and then Assassinate the Windrake. I think he's got Unsummon anyway. And if he wants to do it to protect his Windrake, that's okay too. Okay. Kind of hoping for a big green creature that we can just take out. It's got a lot of ramp and fixing with no splash, which is kind of strange. Tendrils. All right. Let's just get in there with Black Knight and play the Aristocrat, I guess. I can do the Whisper Silk now, too. Let's just get an Aristocrat down for now. I'll probably offer the Aristocrat trade for the Ranger here. Looter's pretty good. Okay. So I'm thinking he wants to... Aha. He wants to double block the the Black Knight. Let's just do a Whisper Silk Cloak now, I guess. I mean, I can attack with Black Knight, but he could have a combat trick too. It's entirely possible. Let's just play the Cloak actually and pass. So what I like about the Cloak play is we can start getting in with our Shade. Or our Aristocrat too, which isn't bad. Well, that's a big dude, but we do have Doomblade, so good news is Doomblade is a good card. Alright, that's pretty nice. So let's we do have to worry about negate and cancel and stuff, so I think I'm just going to Doomblade now, but first we'll cloak up our Shade. I'm trying to think if it makes more sense to cloak up my Aristocrat, because then I can just go all in on a sack, but I think we're actually going to go Shade. So we'll swing with our Shade, and we're just going to Doomblade the Air Elemental. And we're going to do it now, while he doesn't have Counterspell mana up. You can unsummon it, I guess, but that might have been a better move in response to the Looming Shade, I would think. It's odd seeing all these big blue creatures. I was definitely expecting to see a big green creature or two. He probably, I mean, I assume he's got to have them. It's just hasn't drawn it yet. There you go, Cudgel Troll. Unfortunately, that one's a little more hardcore. Gravedigger, which can't get anything back. That's all right. Let's get in for 5 with our Looming Shade. He could also naturalize our Whisper Silk Cloak, thereby making our guy lose a bunch of stuff. So we're going to have to take some Cudgel Troll damage. That's okay. I guess realistically we can lose to Overrun here. Well, I mean, Overrun is so good. There's nothing you can do about that. Well, he didn't have it here, so I guess that's good news. I think we can trade Aristocrat for the Ranger. Try and prevent some damage. Seems fine. That's awkward. So we can kill him next turn. I guess that means we get in with Shade for 3. And then we play Black Knight for a blocker. Alright, so his last card was cancel. He's out of cards in hand, which is good. And we kill him next turn, which is good, unless he draws Giant Growth or Overrun. Well, now we don't lose to Giant Growth. do lose to Might of Oaks. I mean, we're going to go for it, obviously. It's like our main play here. Could have Fog. I mean, there's some outs he could have, but there's not a lot. I think he's having fun time with us. I'm going to lose otherwise, so I have to do it. Ah, he did the... He's a comedian. He's a comedian. All right. So, I mean, Rod of Ruin, I guess, does take care of Llanowar Elves, doesn't it? Doesn't deal with a lot of his other guys, though, so it does not seem worth it. Deathmark's good. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's still fine. Maybe it is. At this point, maybe it is worth using on the Llanowar Elf. I mean, we can't take out a Cudgel Troll with it. Cudgel Troll is insanely good, by the way. Cudgel Troll is really good. It's a tough card to beat. I mean, I could actually bring in weaknesses just because they take out Llanowar Elves, but they also make Cudgel Troll not such a big deal. I guess Drudge Skeleton makes them not that big of a deal either. So maybe we are just fine, actually. Yeah, I can't really afford to cut any more creatures. So, all right. Uh-oh. 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 Oh. Could have taken a hit from it, I guess. Oh, just an Ant Queen. Cool. Maybe I should have saved that Death Mark, huh? Doomblade? Off the top since you mana screwed me, deck? Yeah. Definitely regretting the Death Mark. I love that it took until game 3 before we see the Ant Queen. That's nice. See no green creature worth death marking games 1 and 2, and then see Ant Queen. Beautiful. Doomblade, please, deck. I'm begging you. He doesn't have cancel up. Do it. Oh, deck. Oh, deck. I would double block it. Because I'm going to lose to it regardless. So if he's got, yeah, like if he's got the combat trick, I'm going to lose to it. Even though he's already proven to us that he's like a bluffer, I'm not going to beat Ant Queen unless I either draw Doomblade or it dies. So he can play his unsummon, let me replay a guy, get rid of a tempo card, whatever. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. The most awkward blockers in the world against insect tokens. All right. Strange. So let's play the Warpath Ghoul. This lets me block his other insects, still regen. And now we're just basically digging for mana to get a Whisper Silk online. Okay, let's go Whisper Silk and pass. Might need to actually equip the Warpath Ghoul, sadly. I just don't feel like I have mana to invest in Looming Shade at the moment. Oh, that's a cool one. So what does this do? You basically win the game when it deals damage. Then that player names a card. If you search for a creature card that isn't the name card, you may put it on the battlefield under your control. So what would he play? I don't really have a ton of good creatures, but he'd name Gravedigger, so... we gotta name Gravedigger. Or draw a Doomblade, once again. Sign in Blood. Well, yeah. Yeah. I guess it makes sense. I'm gonna put it on the Ghoul. We're still gonna leave it back one more turn, I think. Just to keep those insects at bay since we're behind on the clock. And we're gonna name, like I said, we're gonna name Gravedigger. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else he would take. There's nothing else I care about him taking. So I wouldn't mind ripping a land, because if he has cancel in hand and he leaves up all his mana, we're not gonna beat this sweet Sphinx Ambassador. No, that's not what I wanted. Grave digger. Okay, so he got an aristocrat, which is also fine. Like I said, Grave Digger's gonna lose us the game, so he can take aristocrat. I really want him to tap down 2 blue mana. Alright. So he's gonna get rid of our Whisper Silk, which is a big deal, but it's the way it is. And he still has cancel mana up. Alright, well, that's nice. Unfortunately, we don't have a Whisper Silk Cloak anymore. Jeez. At least it doesn't have trample, I guess. That's pretty crazy. My opponent's board is ridiculously better than mine. Like, absurdly better than mine. And I'm busy over here playing zombie Goliaths. Oh, and then just asleep? Jeez. Alright, opponent could not have crushed us harder here. We just contended with Ant Queen, Sphinx Ambassador, and Colonian Behemoth. Even if I hadn't completely wasted my death mark, he still threw an Ant Queen at us, just gave us charity, and still just destroyed us with rares. Alright, well, we made it to the finals, though. That's pretty slick. It's pretty sweet. And we made it with mono black, too. Obviously, I wish we could have done better, but we did not. We got absolutely just hammered there. Holy crap. We got hammered. All right, well, at least it was a free draft. Hope you enjoyed it. It's good to play the throwback drafts every once in a while. All right, folks. God, Eldritch Moon can't come soon enough, can it? Feels like it always takes forever to come online. All right, we'll see you soon.